position compared to them if you allow yourself to be. That movie, The Help, is not about black or white. It's not about black-white relations like they try to make it out to be. This movie is about a white girl coming of age and the magic mammies who inspired her. That's all it is. It's not no movie about black-white sisterhood because they kind of had a little feminist twist in it. It's about a white girl coming of age and some magic mammies that gave her the inspiration to do so. And the thing is, man, movies like that, man, they're very sneaky and they're very damaging to the self-esteem of black folks. Because the thing is, it's subtle. And y'all internalize the inferiority complex these movies try to create. And there's a lot of movies out like this. Blindside is like out. The movie The Blind Side is like this. Precious is like this. A lot of these movies that's out are like this. This is why there's such a lack of confidence and such a low self-esteem within the black community. This is why we look at World Star Hip Hop and there's fights on there every day. And it's YouTube fights of black folks beating the hell out of each other because there's an inferiority complex that cats are getting looking at movies like this. And the thing is, man, before you watch a movie like this, you gotta watch Hidden Colors to get some perspective of the game, so you can play past all the inferiority complexes they try to implement in your brain. And you know what's funny? All these women that's co-signing The Help, oh, I love it, it's so inspirational. People like that, if you try to let them watch Hidden Colors, they'll be the first ones complaining. Oh, Hidden Colors, is this some African shit? I don't want to watch no African shit. But do you want to watch some black women as maids? Oh yeah, I'm inspired by that. You understand what I'm saying? See how ass backwards some black folks are? To co-sign some shit like this that's trying to tell you you're inferior? And so black folks, play past that. Get Hidden Colors, learn the game before you go see a movie like The Help. Because if you know the game first, you can just look at a movie like that as entertainment. You know not to internalize none of that stuff. And you can see it for the entertainment it is. It is what it is. But you will not internalize that. That's my message to black folks, because that's my biggest concern. Black folks sitting up talking about some shit like this is inspirational when it's really low-key insulting you. And let me, white folks, let me not let you off the hook either. Because I can understand, white, you want movies to make you feel good, and if watching cooning Negroes shucking, jiving, yassa, nosa, if that makes you feel good about yourself, that so be it. That y'all need to come to my lecture in Charlotte, because I'm going to get real deep into that. But the thing is, white folks who like the movie The Help, talking about how great this movie is and it's bringing back all types of nostalgia from back in the day. You know, some of y'all might have had a little mammy growing up. You might have had a maid. You might have had a nanny who took care of you. Let me tell you something. Your maid, your mammy didn't really like you. Oh, I know you watch The Help and you're like, oh my God, I wonder how Aunt Minnie is doing. I wonder how Aunt Sarah's doing. I wonder how Mammy Jones is doing. Mammy couldn't stand your ass. Don't let the movie The Help fool you. How the black folks are just so doting over the white kids. Oh, you is kind. You is smart. You is important. You know, they used to do that because they had to do it. They needed to feed their family. That nostalgic view that you have. Look, Mammy would have smothered your ass with a pillow if she could have gotten away with it. Mammy couldn't stand you. I hate to break it to you. Do you think that Mammy really liked getting up 6 a.m. back in the 1940s, 50s, 60s? You think Mammy liked getting up, getting her own kids together, getting her own family together, getting them off to school, getting them off to wherever they needed to go, then getting on a bus sitting in the back of that motherfucker because it was the Jim Crow bus. They had to sit in the Jim Crow section. You think she like getting on that bus, going over to the white side of town, cleaning up your funky house, wiping your little ass, cleaning your spot, slaving over your stove, then having to get back on that bus before 5:30 because they couldn't be in your neighborhood after 6 because they had those sundown town laws. They'd get assaulted or lynched being in your neighborhood after 6 and getting home and doing this shit all over the next day. Do you think Mammy liked that shit, fool? The fuck you sit up in this movie crying, oh my God, I miss Nana. Nana would have smothered you with a fucking pillow. Nana would have poured hot chicken grease on your ass if she could have gotten away with it. I'm telling you what I know. My grandmother used to do that, and she wasn't all, oh, I wonder how little Sarah's doing. She didn't give a shit. Nana, Mammy, Aunt Jemima couldn't stand you. That's the reality of the game. Don't get all teary-eyed over these movies with that science fiction ass bullshit that wanting to believe that black folks wanted to work for you and they took pride in working for you. No, they didn't. They used to talk shit under their breath right when they was taking care of you. When you were a kid, you probably couldn't hear her. When you thought you were hearing things, that was her talking shit about you. You sitting in the corner playing with a little ball or dolls, and Nana's looking at you like, I can just drown this little heifer. What'd you say, Nana? You is kind, you is smart, you is important. Oh, thanks, Nana. This little heifer, I gotta cook this bitch's meal. What'd you say, Nana? I say you is smart, you is kind. I gotta pick the headlights out of this bitch's hair. What'd you say, Nana? You is kind, you is smart. Yeah, she was talking all types of shit about you. Them sisters did not like that. I had a grandmother, they didn't like working for your ass for shit. Don't let none of these little nigresses out here fool you. They didn't like it. So you can dry your tears up. There ain't no bond there. I hate to fuck up your little fantasy there, people. Anyway, y'all, that's been today's episode of the Mac Lessons Radio Show. I hope you had a good time tonight. I hope you had a great time. Don't forget to join me live in Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend. It's going to be off the chain, everybody. Join me. It's going to be popping. Go to maclessons.com. White, black, candy stripe. The game is going to be good for everybody. Come on down and get some of that good game. Holla at ya. Peace.